Hi there. In this video I'm going to tell you all about bead caps and show you how much they can add to your jewelry. These are just a few examples of bead caps. They come in just about any shape that you can imagine. In fact, on my bracelet here, I have them shaped like flowers. You can find them in so many ways. These are base metal bead caps by House of Gems, and they're cast into this shape. And these are filigree bead caps. These ones also are filigree, and they're brass, and then they're stamped into this shape and then formed. These are copper, again cast, antique gold finish, filigree, gunmetal finish. These are bead cones, which are a whole other category that I'll talk about in another video. And you could see anywhere from these little bitty 4mm up to 10mm up to these great big bead caps. Now, how can you use these? Well, they really go a long way in dressing up a bead. Here's just a bead on a wire. But take a look at that same bead if I add just a couple bead caps. It dresses it up quite a lot. And you have the option of using 2 bead caps, one on each side of your bead, or just one. This one's a little big for this bead, but it has an interesting look as a dangle if you just use one and then maybe put other things underneath it. Here's another example. Just a plain pearl on a head pin. Very pretty. But look how just adding 2 little bitty bead caps really dresses it up quite a lot. Now, when you're choosing bead caps and beads to go together, the size does matter, because these ones, for example, kind of overwhelm the bead, but you have to just decide what look you're going for. Again, here's just a plain crystal, very pretty all by itself. And here it is with just a couple of these littlest bead caps. Again, very much dressed up. And again, you have the option of adding 1 or 2 to any bead that you're using. Here's a larger bead with a couple of the copper bead caps. It's quite a different look than the bead all by itself. It changes the shape and the profile, adds different colors. And here's a way to use one of these big filigree beads. Now notice, let me just show you how this is made. This is actually stamped flat. And you can see this X shape is how it's stamped, and then it's squeezed together. So you could actually use this to accommodate big, humongous beads if you spread it out a bit. Or in this one, it almost cradles it like a basket. And it's really a very interesting look if you put one as a dangle. Or you could even use them like this on an oval bead. This is just a plain oval wooden bead, but you can squeeze them and shape them to accommodate this way or this way, whichever suits the look that you're going for. So when you want to add to the look of your jewelry, consider adding bead caps. You can find these in all these different finishes and shapes and styles at House of Gems. So happy creating.